Hello everyone and welcome back to another day of the Terminus Champions League. Now sorry if the music started off too loud. We are battling the Violet City Noctowls, whom are coached by DBU or Dan. So I honestly did not expect him to bring Garbodor, Exploud and Mesprit. My only loss so far was to a Mog, so it makes sense for him to have brought the Garbodor. But I'm really glad I don't see Heatran, and I'm especially glad I don't see Weavile. So I think Scissor could have had its merits here, but oh well. I decided to bring Primeape instead. This team is a lot more offensive. And I'm gonna lead with my Landorus. I did expect him to lead with his Sableye. And I do think he will go for a Will-O-Wisp. Now, I am using a Choice Band Landorus this time around. And actually, my layout, or the Pokemon on my side, are wrong. So, let me just let me change that. Axelgor is not here. And then Mega Scissor isn't here, and we did bring Primeape. So let me go get Primeape really quickly to add it into the layout. Okay, so it has to be a new one. Local file. Let me browse for that. And Primeape. I have not added Primeape just yet, so okay. He leads off with Sableye, so he will definitely be going for a Will-O-Wisp of some sort. But I'm gonna switch into my Umbreon to hopefully synchronize back the Will-O-Wisp, and then I will go out into my Landorus once he no longer has Prankster. But he actually goes for a knockoff, so really good play on his part. He gets some information on that Sableye, but not having leftovers on my Umbreon when I'm not using Protect anymore is probably going to hurt us. So I expect him to switch out. I'm gonna use Baton Pass myself in order to gain some initiative myself, and we'll see what he wants to do. Now, he might not have Will-O-Wisp, or he might have decided not to show it off, but without the Prankster ability and seeing that knockoff, I feel really confident that that's not a setup Sableye, which is obviously good. Now, what I do think is that the Suicune will be a calm-minding Suicune, potentially with Ice Beam, but my Latios does have Psych Up, so it's gonna be a really weird battle. I definitely brought a much more offensive team, and I switched Latios last minute, so Latios doesn't have a Psychic type move, but my opponent doesn't know that, at least not yet. So he's really thinking his next move. I did use Baton Pass, so I really hope he switches out. Yeah, he does, so he switches out into Cobalion here. So I have two choices. I can go straight out into my Alomomola and click Scald, or I could go out into my Latios and threaten him with a Psychic type move, but that it's not gonna threaten him too much. Or I could go out into my Primeape, which is Choice Scarfed, should be faster than Cobalion, and I can close combat. Or I can predict his Sableye. I'm actually gonna go into Primeape, and here I'm going to U-turn, because if he stays in, I should be faster unless he's Choice Scarfed himself. So if he decides to stay in, I can go out then into my Alomomola and hopefully get some recall damage onto him through the Rocky Helmet and the U-turn damage, or he switches out, I damage whatever comes in, and I gain initiative that way. So it should be a pretty good trade-off. He does go into Mega Sableye, so I do get that U-turn off, and now I can potentially go into my Florges here, which Garbodor is definitely scary, but I don't think Garbodor has any recovery moves. I honestly don't know what Garbodor does. So Sableye might want to stay in, but yeah, I'm gonna go into Florges. I think Substitute here is a good idea, because he might stay in, and if I don't KO him, like, his knockoff most definitely will not remove my... yeah, he goes out into Garbodor. So his knockoff probably wasn't going to do enough damage to KO my Substitute, and he's playing pretty safe here. So I'm gonna click Moonblast, deal some damage to that Garbodor, decrease its special attack, which is obviously nothing too important. And now the problem here is that I do not have a way to deal with poison type moves, so that's definitely a big oversight on my part. Now, what's the usual Garbodor set? I have no idea. It likes to set up toxic spikes and spikes, so that might be a problem. But I'm gonna go out into my Landorus. If he goes for another Gong Shot, he goes for another Gong Shot. He will be intimidated. I resist the attack. And now he sees I do not have leftovers. So if I go for a U-turn here, I mean, his obvious switch is... yeah, he might actually expect me to click Stealth Rock here. So I'm gonna click U-turn once again. If he stays in and uses Gong Shot once again, I can go out into my Alomomola. Or if he switches out into Mesprit, expecting the Earthquake, Mesprit should get KO'd unless it's super defensive by the Choice Band Max Attack Earthquake, or U-turn rather. And wow, he has a Tanga Berry, which reduces U-turn's damage. Wow. I definitely did not expect that. So now with that without that Tanga Berry, okay. The U-turn did 47% damage. So my Primeape onto a Mesprit. The U-turn might be able to KO depending on... okay, my U-turn had a chance to KO. So if I go out into Primeape here, I should be able to threaten with another U-turn, which I think is what I click here, because I do have a chance to KO. Only on a max damage roll, I believe. But he doesn't know what kind of Primeape I am either. So I'm gonna click U-turn once again. I should be faster as well, unless he's something like a choice carved Mesprit. But the way I brought Primeape in should show him that I am choice carved. And Tanga Berry, that's really weird. That is definitely really weird, because what kind of bug moves would you expect to hit Mesprit? Probably U-turn, so I don't know. I mean, he might want to set up Stealth Rocks here, and I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, he's saving his Suicune, which definitely tells me it's a setup Suicune, which could be problematic for sure. We'll see. Now, I guess my U-turn is very obvious, and I'm really glad I didn't click Earthquake. He's playing very obvious. Like, he could have gone out into Sableye to restrict or to return the Stealth Rocks. He could have stayed in, predicting the U-turn, but he allows me, he goes out into Suicune, allows me to U-turn out of that. And now here I have an important decision, because we don't know what kind of Suicune it is. So, I mean, we do know it'll probably be a Calm Mind setup set. So I'm gonna go out into my Alomomola here. We do see leftovers, so would he stay in, or would he go out into Sableye right now? I'm gonna click Toxic. I don't think he wants to set up this early, especially because he doesn't know my full roster yet. But seeing how he didn't bring Weavile, now I really regret not bringing Trick Latios actually. I was this close to bringing Trick Latios, but it's not. And yeah, I think this battle is going to be a very, very long one. We're already 11 minutes in, and there hasn't been any sort of damage dealt, or like really significant damage. We do see a Calm Mind though, so he will have to rest eventually. Now, would he go for another Calm Mind here? That's the question, because my switch is a bit obvious. Would I mind a burn? Probably not. Now, let's see here. I kind of want to go out into my Latios. I really think I want to go out into my Latios here, because I do have the Psych Up. He goes for a Scald, which barely does any damage. He doesn't get the burn, and okay. He might think this is weird. He might try to still set up, so I'm gonna put some pressure on with Dragon Pulse. It won't do too much damage, but that with Poison might make it so that he will be forced to use Rest. And as long as I have Psych Up, I should be able to match his boosts. He goes for another Scald, so he's fishing for the burn. He doesn't get it again. And now the toxic damage is really piling up. Like, I would really expect him to use Rest now, because if it doesn't, his Suicune should go down to another Dragon Pulse after this one and the toxic damage. So I really, yeah, there's the Rest. So now I can use Psych Up to match his boost. Or I could, no, I'm actually gonna recover first, and then I'm going to Psych Up, because we are getting information. He has Calm Mind, Scald, and Rest. Now, as a backup plan, I do have Explosion on my Landorus, just in case this Latios plan fails. But I really wish he would set up further. I really, really wish he would set up further. I mean, he probably feels he's pretty safe. I could also go out into my Primeape, because I can potentially taunt the Suicune. I think that's what I should have done the last turn, the previous turn actually. Like, go out into Suicune, take the Scald, and then taunt him on his expected rest. But wow, he actually goes out into Cobalion. So, Cobalion doesn't really scare me too much. I do have hidden power fighting, so I'm thinking of staying in. We don't know anything about this Cobalion though, so it might be a bit risky. But yeah, it's so risky that I'm gonna go into my Alomomola, and I really think this is going to be a very long game, guys. So I apologize in advance. I realized the music stopped, so I'm gonna set another track. He goes for a Magnet Rise, expecting something like Hidden Power Ground. So that's interesting, but I'm free to click Scald here. My Alomomola doesn't fear that Cobalion. It really doesn't. And yeah, Suicune is a problem. Suicune is definitely a problem. Definitely a problem. But we did see Scald, Rest, and Calm Mind. We don't know its last move. It might be Roar or it might be Sleep Talk. He actually goes out into Exploud. So finally some variance. I'm gonna check how much my Umbreon takes from a Choice Specs Boom Burst. It actually takes 53% or 61% from a Focus Blast. So I'm gonna protect here to see what move he picks. He goes for a Boom Burst. So yeah, I have no switch-ins for that. That Exploud is, I believe, is going to be my absolute demise every time it comes in. Now, could my Alomomola take a Boom Burst? No, it's 100% a one-hit KO, and I definitely don't expect anything but Choice Specs here. So I guess Umbreon has a chance, but having our item knocked off, yeah, wow, that even does 53%. So I think Umbreon is going to be the sacrificial lamb here. I'm going to Baton Pass just in case he wants to switch out, but if we had Protect and we had our leftover still, we might have had a chance. But no Cigar here. Now, we could use Landorus and knock off. How is there no... Okay. Oh, I can choose my custom set. So yeah, I really wasn't feeling confident at all against this. A knockoff might actually KO him at the range he's at. He's at 84%. We have a chance to KO him. Like a really good chance with our knockoff. And Boom Burst without the Choice Specs would not KO us. I think 84%. Well, he would have a chance, but a very low chance. Or we could Earthquake, but I think going for a knockoff is the better play, because we might survive the Boom Burst. Knockoff should deal a ton of damage to the Mesprit and to the Suicune and to the Garbodor and to the... Like, Cobalion is not switching in. The only switch-in he has potentially is either Suicune or sacrifice Mesprit. And he's probably figured out that I do have a choice band by now, so... Like, best case scenario, he leaves this guy in and I KO it. That's the best case scenario. The choice band knockoff might be a 2-hit KO onto a Sableye, onto Mega Sableye. It's actually not even close. But he decides to go out into Suicune. So we deal a ton of damage to Suicune. That's really, really nice. And we could go out into Latios here. Or we could go out into Florges and play the boosting game behind a substitute. But if he has Roar, then we lose that game. But I think that's still my play though. He has 2 guaranteed turns of sleep, but knockoff is not enough to it KO Suicune, because we would be dealing 22% and then 22%, and that would not be enough by any means. Now the one advantage we do have is the fact that Latios, Primeape and Landorus are faster than Exploud, but my opponent did take the first KO here. Like, I really don't feel confident at all against his team. His team has so much bulk, like so much bulk. It's amazing. And we're 21 minutes in. This is probably going to be a 1 hour long battle at least. Well, not at least, but it's gonna be really, really long. He might also try to switch out, but no, he burns a turn of sleep. So what I can, he doesn't use sleep talk though, so maybe he has Roar. I'm gonna set up a substitute in case he switches out. Wow, does Boomburst do damage behind substitutes? Boomburst damage substitute. Wow, it probably will do damage like Hyper Voice. Wow, yeah. Okay, so that's probably not a good idea. I'm gonna click Moonblast, because if Exploud comes in, I might be able to lower its special attack. Can my Florges take... Wow, and he traded for Exploud like just last week. Florges... Okay, Florges can take 1 Boom Burst. And how much PP does Boom Burst have? I have no idea. Boom Burst... Okay, it has 10, so 16. Man, he's really taking his time. He's really taking his time. He goes out into Garbodor. So Garbodor takes another Moonblast. We've only seen Gong Shot from him, but I really don't want to risk anything else. And my Alomomola is a pretty free switch in for his Exploud, so I have to keep that in mind. I really regret not having a Psychic type move onto this Garbodor, or onto Latios. Now last time around I switched out into Landorus. Could he counter that somehow by going out into Cobalion? By using an Ice type move? By using Knockoff? Does Garbodor learn, or does he set up anything? I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna go out into Landorus. It seems pretty safe. Pretty safe. Man. Exploud is an issue, guys. Exploud is a really big issue. If we had Scissor, we could resist those type of attacks. But yeah, Exploud is a really nice wall breaker for my opponent. A really nice wall breaker. And I cannot click Earthquake freely because of that Mesprit. I really can't. Man, this is probably the toughest battle so far in the TCL, like by far. Because I prepped for the wrong Pokemon And like, I knew Suicune was coming and I knew Mega Sableye was coming, but I definitely expected Heatran and Weavile. I really expected those two. I didn't see Exploud coming along. Now I do Intimidate. He doubles out into Cobalion. So we saw Magnet Rise from Cobalion last time around. He might want to do the same. So I'm going to U-turn out. I don't think Cobalion learns anything too threatening. He shouldn't have Ice Punch. We resist the fighting type moves. He's not choice banned. Oh wow. It's a mixed special based Cobalion. Now that critical hit obviously did not matter. But wow, not having Landorus, I'm pretty much done here. I'm seriously pretty much done here. Wow. Magnet Rise, Hidden Power Ice, Cobalion. Wow. Oh boy. Now does he stay in predicting my U-turn? I don't think he needs to stay in. He has all the momentum. He absolutely has all the momentum. And once again, the poison type is my absolute demise because like Florges cannot deal with Garbodor. I mean, the Gong Shot is not a one-hit KO, I guess. So that's good. Does Gong Shot have a lot of PP? How much PP does Gong Shot have? It has 5 PP. So I could potentially stall the PP with Substitute and Synthesis. So that's what I'm gonna go for. He goes out into Mesprit. I'm able to set up a Substitute. Now I have no idea what Mesprit wants to do, but I'm gonna take this opportunity to set up a Calm Mind. This might be the shot we were waiting for because it doesn't look like he has any sort of phaser. I'm gonna click Moonblast now. He actually has Psyshock. Okay, so my Moonblast KOs him. He can go out into Cobalion. He can go out into Garbodor. I hope he goes out into Garbodor. If he goes out into Garbodor, that would be ideal, I think. Mesprit. Okay, yeah, he goes out into Garbodor. So he only has 6 Gong Shots left. I'm gonna go Substitute here. I really don't think he will outspeed me. I do have some speed investment into my Florges. So he connects the first Gong Shot. I might... Yeah, I need him to miss. I need him to miss a Gong Shot. 1 out of every 4 should miss here. But I am also at risk of a critical hit and of poison. Okay, he doesn't get the poison. He only has 3 Gong Shots left. So I really need him to miss just the 1 Gong Shot. Please, just 1 Gong Shot. Please miss. Please miss. Ugh. Man, and Gong Shot did 70%. So that might have been a high roll. He only has 2 gong shots left. Gonna click synthesis. This is my last resort, guys. This is absolutely my last resort. He has to miss just 1 gong shot, guys. Just 1 gong shot. If he runs out of gong shots, I'll be golden. Please. And Floor just needs to survive if he connects this one. Now he's thinking. So if he switches out, I really wouldn't mind that. I really would not mind that at all. At all. But man, that hidden Power Ice Cobalion really did us in. Now he must be realizing now that he only has 2 gong shots left. He might also be thinking that I might switch out into Latios potentially. Yeah, it's going to be weird here. I might have been better off like setting up more and making sure I had a higher HP against Mesprit. But wow, he's really taking his sweet time. We are 30 minutes in and it's still a 4 against 5 battle. But I firmly... Okay, he switches out into Suicune. That's absolutely perfect. Because I can set up another substitute. He wants to save those gong shots. Wow. Wow. Actually, I'm gonna set up another Calm Mind because if I use substitute right now, okay, he doesn't have, okay, he's not using Sleep Talk. So, I'm gonna Moonblast here, hoping it's enough to KO. Wow, Tailwind, what? Okay, Tailwind. If he doesn't burn me, okay, I can freely set up my substitute now. I think. Please don't burn me. Oh, he got the burn. Damn it. That's the one thing I needed him not to get. Ugh. Damn. Oh, that burn is going to cost me the game. I know that burn is going to cost me the game. He got the burn at the best, absolute best possible time. Just gonna Calm Mind up here. I'm just gonna Calm Mind up. He goes out into his Garbodor. He only has 2 gong shots left. Tailwind expires. So maybe I can 2-shot the Garbodor. Well, there's no need. I can freely Calm Mind here. He's gonna use Gong Shot. Oh, god damn it. That's the game. He has Haze on Garbodor. Wow. Ugh. That is just ridiculous. He has Haze. And wow. Wow. I cannot win here. I got too greedy, and who runs Haze? Oh my gosh. Okay, he brings in Cobalion. At least I'll be able to potentially 2-hit KO him. I'm gonna go for another Moonblast. He has Iron Head, So he breaks my sub. Haze. He had the perfect counter. And now this guy once again. And without Florges, I cannot beat Sableye. And yeah, this guy gets a 1-hit KO every time it comes in. So I have to bring Primeape here. Now I have clicked U-turn the last few times. So I'm gonna click close combat now. And yeah, this is game. I cannot break his walls. Oh, another poison type is my undoing. First time it was Muk, and now it was Haze Garbodor. Props to Dan, man. Really big props to him for bringing that. Really big props to him for bringing that Garbodor. Haze. I cannot believe. If I had gone for a Moonblast there, I mean, I would have dealt like 60%. I really would have dealt like 60% damage. Damn! I got 100% countered. And I prepped really badly. And I really dedicated a lot of time, but oh man. And I hate Carlos for trading him that Exploud. Without that Exploud, I think this would be a completely different game. Oh boy. That Exploud, man. And I was so close to asking Carlos for his Exploud. He goes out into Garbodor this time. Yeah. He doesn't need to risk the Exploud. Every time Exploud comes in, I'm done for. Pretty much. So, I still have not revealed. Wow, that Gong Shot does so much damage. He only has one left though. So I'm gonna recover here. Because after this, and my Colbur Berry on Latios is completely wasted. And the Psych-Up is also pretty much a waste. Now, can Latios take a Boom Burst? Probably not. It most likely cannot take a Boom Burst. Nope. I mean, it has a chance to take it at full health. Otherwise, it's a roll, which is in my favor. But there's no guarantee. And I have to be at absolute full health. Oh boy. 44 turns, guys. 38 minutes. And we have literally accomplished nothing. Okay, so he goes out into Sableye, but that Garbodor. Okay, Dragon Pulse is not gonna be to it. Oh wow, that did a ton of damage. So the knockoff actually, or the berry, or yeah, the berry pulls through for us. Oh my god. Sucker Punch, Mega Sableye. Sucker Punch, Mega Sableye. I'm done here, guys. Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch, Mega Sableye. Wow. Sucker Punch, Mega Sableye. Haze Garbodor. Hidden Power Ice Cobalion. With Magnet Rise. Yeah, my team. The stupid poison types That was my demise. The stupid poison types. Sucker Punch Mega Sableye. I never saw that coming. I absolutely never ever saw that coming. And with a burnt Florges, I have no chance. With a burnt Florges, I have absolutely no chance. I got too greedy and yeah, I had no idea. He's gonna go for a knockoff, isn't he? Yep. Yeah, this is game, guys. I cannot get past the Garbodor once again. I cannot get past the Garbodor. That's a thing, guys. That's really a thing. Not with a burn, not with haze. I guess I'll synthesis. Because, yeah, but he has infinite hazes. Literally infinite hazes. He might miss the gunk shot. He hasn't missed any. So far, he's connected all late gunk shots. If he connects this one, that's it for us, especially after the burn. If he doesn't connect, then maybe we can stay at a relatively high enough health, but we cannot take down Suicune. We absolutely cannot take down Suicune. There's a gunk shot, which misses. So, I guess that's something. What else does he have? I guess I Moonblast again. Yeah, he goes out into X-Cloud. I don't get the special attack drop. He's gonna be faster, of course. So that's the game, guys. I mean, that's really the game. There's no way I'm faster than that X-Cloud. If I am, I'll be really surprised. But there is no way I am faster. If I had gotten the special attack drop, then maybe. Maybe. Should have scouted for the hidden power though. On to Cobalion. There's the Boom Burst, of course. Primeape. My best move to lock it into is probably Ice Punch. Because of freeze hacks. Against my opponent's team. But yeah, there's no way we win this. At least we KO the Sableye for differential, I guess. My Florges is gone. My Latios is gone as well. But yeah, there's no way we get past Garbodor, X-Cloud, and Suicune. If I didn't have a Choice Scarf, because I brought Choice Scarf because of Weavile. If I didn't have a Choice Scarf, then maybe. If I had something like Earthquake, and wow. So not even the differential help. So sick. Wow. I got completely dominated. If I had clicked Moonblast instead of Calm Mind when he used Haze, I might have had a shot. But that will be all, guys. Thank you for watching. That puts us at 6-2. And yeah, hopefully we can do better next week and recover. I wish I had KO'd that X-Cloud to help our differential a little bit for this battle. But great game, Dan. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.